From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Now stepping outside today, winds much lighter. The trade-off is it is obviously much colder than it was yesterday when we had 70-degree weather on the map across portions of eastern and southeastern Oklahoma. But we'll at least take this, right, as we look at the flags there from West Tulsa, not moving nearly as much, and still some really nice fall colors in the background on the trees that still have leaves on them. Temperatures area-wide, upper 30s, low 40s, pretty much does it. 38 in Bartlesville, Tulsa 40, Okmulgee 42, Wilburton you're at 45, Sallisaw 46 degrees. Feeling like the 30s still in most spots when you tack on what's left of that wind. And again, compared to this time yesterday, you can tell even at lunchtime yesterday where that cold front was already starting to move in, where that 24-hour temperature change isn't quite as drastic in our northern counties. But most of us from about I-44 to the south are still near 30 degrees, if not more than 30 degrees colder than at lunchtime yesterday. Winds are actually going to relax some more this afternoon. They're already fairly light, but those 10 to 15 mile an hour winds diminish late in the day. So good news for outdoor activities. Tomorrow, though, starts to get a little breezy, 15 to 25 mile an hour winds. And Friday, here we go. Back into flat out windy conditions. Could have some of those 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts by Friday out ahead of our next cold front. That'll keep us at least a little on the breezy side into Saturday. So if you're trying to hang the Christmas lights today, we're in fine shape, other than it being a little chilly, but the wind's not too big of a deal. I'll still give you the green light for tomorrow, but I would just be aware that it's going to start to get a little bit on the breezy side of things. Friday, another day, probably to hold off with how strong the winds will be before they drop off again over the weekend. All right, running you through the rest of the week here on Future View across the state. Highs generally in the 40s, a little warmer on the Red River. Tomorrow morning, starting off maybe a bit frosty. We're in the 20s. South winds will start to kick in by Thursday afternoon. 15 to 25 mile an hour winds, and then the cloud deck will thicken up during the second half of the day. So we're going to start off tomorrow sunny and cold. We'll end the day slightly warmer, but also cloudier. And with that steady breeze, you're going to feel that cool air sticking around. Early Friday morning, look really closely. It's not a whole lot, but it looks like we may have a couple showers early Friday morning in far southeastern Oklahoma, lows in the 40s. This is that flat out windy day. Notice the clouds hanging around on Friday. Friday's temperatures are going to be highly dependent on this cloud deck. If the clouds stick around, we may not be quite as warm as what we show you right here, but any sunshine on Friday would send us well into the 60s. There's the next cold front right on schedule. The cold front train just keeps on rolling. So by late Friday night, that pushes through here. With any luck, that might hold off until any of the Friday night football games are mostly done. And we're not expecting big shower storm chances. Might just be 1 or 2 showers or storms along this cold front. The bigger deal will, again, be the colder air and the gusty north winds late Friday night into early Saturday morning. Saturday kind of back to typical chilly conditions with highs in the 40s. You see more moisture building to our south. That's the next storm system that kind of sets up by late in the weekend. As I show you the jet stream pattern. This next system by Friday kind of zips away off to our north, so it's not really going to give us much moisture to work with in that front. But then Sunday into Monday, this kind of westerly flow in the upper levels of the atmosphere will help these little fronts just kind of stick around and keep just enough moisture in the area to keep at least some chances for light to moderate rain going Sunday and then potentially into Monday and Tuesday as well. 7-day forecast. If you missed it earlier, chilly today, lighter winds, but highs only in the 40s. Low 50s, breezy Thursday, mid to upper 60s, and windy Friday. Slight chance for a shower Friday night. Chillier over the weekend. Again, Sunday's got a little bit better chance for light rain. Monday and Tuesday next week, still a roller coaster ride, and those temperatures may change a little bit with that next cold front on the horizon.